Some houses have a soul, others have a secret, and some, like the one you're about to hear of, have whispers that never die. This is the story of the Harper family and the century-old house they should have never stepped into. The Harpers, Anna, David, and their 10-year-old son Lucas, had been searching for a new start. After a rough year, they found a dream home in a quiet countryside town. A large Victorian house, weather-worn but beautiful. It was cheap, too cheap. But Anna fell in love with the vintage arches, stained glass windows, and that old fireplace in the sitting room. They moved in on a rainy Friday. As they unpacked, Lucas wandered the halls. He stopped at one wall near the staircase, pressed his ear to it. "Mom," he said, confused, "I think I hear someone whispering." That night, the house was still. No cars outside, no neighbors nearby, just the rustling trees and the ticking of the grandfather clock in the hall. Around 2 a.m., Anna woke to the sound of murmuring, soft, unintelligible, like a dozen voices speaking just out of reach. She turned to David. "Do you hear that?" He shrugged it off. "Old houses creak. It's probably nothing." But she knew it wasn't just the wind. It was coming from inside the walls. Over the next few nights, the whispers grew louder. Lucas refused to sleep in his room. "They keep talking to me, Mom. From the walls. They say they're cold." Anna thought maybe it was just the stress of moving, until she stood by the same wall Lucas did and heard it herself. A faint, childlike voice. "It's so dark. Can you see us?" Curious and disturbed, Anna started peeling back layers of old wallpaper in the hallway. Beneath it, she found crude drawings, stick figures of children with hollow eyes, all standing in a line. Some had names scratched beneath them. One name caught her breath. Lucas, written in a child's scrawl. She called David over, but when he arrived, the name had faded. Only the stick figures remained. Anna began researching the house. The town's records were sparse, but she found something buried in a dusty local archive. The house was once an orphanage, built in 1892. Willowbrook Orphan Home, run by a woman named Sister Agnes Bell. In 1901, a fire broke out. Sister Agnes claimed all the children escaped, but Anna discovered conflicting reports, letters from townsfolk, rumors that the basement had been sealed shut during the blaze, with children still inside. They were never found. The Harpers never noticed the small hatch in the pantry floor. It was hidden under a shelf. One stormy evening, Lucas pointed it out. "They told me the door is how they got trapped." David pried it open. The stench of rot and soot hit them instantly. A narrow stairwell descended into darkness. At the bottom, a stone basement blackened with fire damage, tiny beds, rusted frames, and walls scratched with desperate messages. "We're still here," she lied. "Please help us." That night, Lucas stopped speaking. He sat at the edge of his bed rocking. Anna approached him gently. "Lucas?" He turned slowly. His voice changed, high-pitched, not his own. "You're not her. You won't hurt us again." His eyes were distant. Then he began to cry. "We were just children. She said it was safe." David installed a motion camera in the hallway. Around 3 a.m., the footage showed something chilling. A dark figure in a nun's habit gliding across the floor, her face blurred and twisted. She stopped at the wall and whispered, "They must stay silent. Forever." The camera died. Anna showed the footage to a local historian. He paled. "That's Sister Agnes. They never found her body." Lucas led his parents to a bricked-up section of the basement. He placed his hand on the wall. "They're right here." David took a hammer and began tearing it down. Behind it, skeletons, tiny fragile bones, over a dozen. Some were curled up, others clawed at the stone. Anna collapsed in horror. The whispers were now screams. They called the police. The house was sealed off, but the souls weren't at peace. Lucas still whispered in his sleep. Anna heard the children crying. Finally, she returned to the basement alone, lit candles, said their names aloud, each one she could find. "You're free now. You're not forgotten." For a moment, silence. Then, the soft sound of laughter fading into peace. The Harpers moved out. The house remains empty to this day. Locals say at night you can still hear whispers from the walls, but they no longer cry, they simply remember. So if you ever hear a soft voice behind your wall, don't be too quick to dismiss it. They might just be waiting for someone to listen. Thank you for watching. And remember, some whispers aren't just in your head.